For most people in Nigeria, the issue of housing, which is one out of the three that we are going to tackle first, is a major problem. For a country of an estimated 167 million people, having over 17 million
deficit.
Housing deficit
yeah.
is indeed a major challenge. Right. Now, do you, when I mean you, does your party believe, for instance, that housing is a socio-economic right of Nigerians? If it does, how does it intend to address or ensure that Nigerians enjoy that right?
Yes, my party believes that housing is a socio-economic right. My party believes that the government has a duty to assist and promote what we call social housing. In other words, houses that will be affordable to everybody.
We know as human beings, we're read in books that there are three things that human beings need: house, and that's the one they call shelter, clothing, and of course the food. And that's why we came about to say, what is the problem? How come we've not gotten it right? So stakeholders came together. We're not looking for what the problem is. We found it out. The stakeholders told us it is the cost of the mortgage. What we've done in Abuja, we give them land free. When we give them land free, we cost that free land as a total cost of the full house. And if it is 30% that you give to the cost of the land, or 40% that you give to the cost of the land as a percentage of the entire full cost of that house, we give it to you free, and we expect you to do what? To also pass that on to Nigerians. So we, in principle, are actually acting to subsidize the full cost of that housing strategy.
Is that happening? Are they passing?
It is happening as I speak to you.
Are they passing that cost, that reduced cost to the Nigerians? Because we know for a fact that houses in Abuja are unaffordable.
That is why you've heard in Abuja the brand new strategy called land swap. The land swap strategy is, tell us you're going to build houses for our people, we'll give you land for free.
I want my counterpart here to tell us how many houses PDP has built using this particular approach. I want anybody here to tell me, at the last 24 months, the cost of housing in Abuja has gone down. I challenge anybody here to say I've benefited from this new scheme. The truth of the matter is that the biggest scam in town today is the land swap scheme.
What are your party's policies? What does your party manifesto say in the provision of suitable quantity and quality of water, clean water, potable water for Nigerians?
We have done more than any other government in the history of Nigeria. Because of the abundance of water available, that's why we have been able to surpass our expectations in food production. That's why we've been able to do the dry season farming. Historically in our country, people only wait for the rains to make the farms wet. But we've been able to build so much dams, improve so much irrigation, water capacity, arrange brand new pump heads, repaired, dug so much boreholes.
Well, I don't know when Dr. Kashi was born, but I know those of us who were born a bit earlier, we knew there were irrigation dams. We know there were dams in Nigeria. I grew up to know about Kenji Dam. I grew up to know about Shiroro Dam. I grew up to know about, dry season irrigation. Even when I was as a primary school, people studying, agriculture. So what are you talking about? That dams have not been built, irrigation dams have not been built. Don't rewrite history.
I think I would like you to demystify the gas revolution and the power master plan for us and for many voters in Nigeria. How is that actually going to work? We are sitting on, You said a lower figure. I think we are sitting on 4,000 megawatts. Nigeria will need close to 200,000 megawatts in 2030. How are we going to get there?
We looked at the telecoms. That we couldn't, no, but we were told in the days of dictatorship that telephone is exclusive of the rich. But we allowed the telecom to become free. Our country is the fastest growing telecom markets in sub-Saharan Africa. We're the largest in Africa too. So that's why we now translated that same strategy to electricity.
See, Dr. Kachi, stop rewriting history. Telecoms liberalization started under Abacha's regime.
It was a dream.
And that was when we had our first 090. We had multi-choice. So please don't rewrite history. The other government came and built on it. So don't give us this crap about we brought in telecoms. You did not bring in telecoms. And what my party intends to do is, one, we are going to encourage power generation companies to build a new generation of power plants. We are going to encourage them to go into partnership with international companies and build more IPPs. Look, you talked about, what governments are doing to add power. When PDP did not know anything about IPP, Lagos State pioneered independent power project with Aaron. I was chief of staff then. We are not shouting about that. The first 300 megawatts of IPP in 1999. So you woke up 15 years later and you are not telling us that you did this and did that.
When you talk about land reform, I want to ask both parties, how do you think you can increase the access, women access to land?
We would continue to involve women, provide them rights, give them affirmative advantages as we have been doing before now. We would not shirk in that responsibility. On the issue of land, the PDP's policy of giving women 35% land, wherever lands are being shared, we intend to improve it to 50-50 by 2020.
I don't like rhetoric. Where are 35% of what? Where are the land? Where are the women that get 35% of what land? Where? Because if you stay here and say we are giving 35% of the land to women, who supervises it? What is the quantity of the land you are giving? At what terms? No. You create an environment legislatively where a man has equal rights as a woman. I know in many parts of Nigeria today, women cannot even inherit. This is what we should face. And the only way you can do that is by legislation.